Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving out honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wacha, Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. Alright, so I got a few precepts here. Lord willing, this will be edifying. Alright, so it says here in 1 Corinthians 14 and 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So again, when it comes to the scriptures from Genesis unto Revelation, even pertaining to the Apocrypha, it's concerning the commandments of the Lord, just as it says in Baruch, just as it says in Baruch 4. Let me bring that out quickly. All right. Because this is basically what it is, man. The words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, it's a book of commandments. Alright? So it says here in Baruch 4 and 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High. Which is what? The Bible. The Bible is the book of the commandments of the Most High. His commandments unto the children of Israel. Okay? It was written by Israelites, for Israelites, through the inspiration of the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? And it says here, and the law that endureth forever. Right? All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So the fact that you disobedience only brings forth death. The wages of sin is death. And what is sin is the disobeying the commandments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so by learning, by reading, by meditating upon the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, now you Lord willing that it's in your spirit. Now you implement those things so that you can become a new creature, so that you can become a better version of yourself, a better version, a better servant unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai through obedience, okay, through submission under His laws, under His will. All right. So back to 1 Corinthians 14 and 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. All right. So we're not in the business of converting everyone. We're in the business of seeking out the elect, such as ourselves that fear the Lord, that seek to increase in the wisdom, that seek to bring forth fruit, meek for repentance. Okay, we're not here for gimmicks. Okay, we're not here to entertain. Okay, this is not a business of entertainment. This is really serious. Okay, we're coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, telling you what He's about to do. Okay, the evils that He is about to bring on this wicked society, and we want our people to be delivered. Those that will take heed. Okay, so that's the purpose of the prophet, to go out and preach the word and to gather the elect. Okay, so it says here, because again, even Paul said there's a disposition of the gospel is laid upon me, meaning that he has to do it, man, even if he doesn't, even if he willingly or unwillingly, because there's a consequence of not doing the work. Okay, because when the Lord is going to bring that judgment, the blood of everyone would be on your hands because you didn't do the work. Okay, so by you doing the work, going out in the highways and byways, teaching, pushing forth the word, doing those videos, that's you cleaning your hands from the blood of those that refuse to listen, because now the judgment is on their own head. Okay, because they refuse to hearken, not because you didn't do the work. Okay, because if the Lord gave you a talent, the Lord gave you this talent, if you do not put it to work, it's as if you're twice as guilty. Okay, because first you knew the Lord's will and you refused to do it. Because it says the stripes are made for the backs of fools, those that knew the will of the master but refused to do it. Okay, so it says here, so again, bringing it back to the point again, but if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. If they refuse to hearken, if they choose not to follow after the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to repent and to seek the Lord in truth and sincerity, hey, it's on them. Okay, we're not in the business of forcing you to want to listen to this. We're not in the business of putting that in your face like that. Okay, if you want to listen, cool, that's perfect. Listen, get instructed, learn, and build up in the faith. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, but if you refuse, yeah, that's on you, man. I could care less because I did the work. Okay, I'm doing what is expected of me. Okay, so it says here in Psalms 14 and 1, the fool has said in his heart, there is no power. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Okay, so the fool in his head, like there is no power. There is no guideline. There is no higher authority. Okay, so again, so a person like that is a beast. Okay, knowing that he can is as if he's only conducted by his lust. Okay, he's not really willing to submit himself to the will of the Lord, and all his actions are dictated by the lust of his flesh. Okay, that's why we call him a beast. Okay, and that's why Isa Edom is a carnal man. Okay, he's a top carnal man. Okay, because he truly believed that he is God, man, to the point that he believes that he's the Most High. Okay, but the Lord is gonna come and judge him and abase him from his high estate. Okay, because it's, again, the Lord set him up in that position. All right, as it says in Daniel's 4:17, he has exalted the bases of man, the viler than the earth, man. Okay, and that man was Isa Edom, the wicked that the Bible speaks of. So it says here, they are corrupt. Okay, just the fact that you don't acknowledge that there is a power, you are corrupt. Okay, and your lead and corruption leads unto death. Okay, so again, corruption bringing forth pertaining to disobedience, pertaining to the breaking of the commandments. Okay, so the fact that you believe that there is no power, why would you hearken to the commandments? So already there, you're already done, man. Okay, just the fact that you don't believe, you're through, man. So it says here, they have done abominable works. Why? Because they don't know the right way. If you already begin by saying that there is no power, everything that you do after that is already wicked. Okay? Because you already know that there is only one power. Okay? And now you're saying that there is no power. So first off, you're not reverencing the Lord, and you're not gonna acknowledge His work, and you're not gonna honor Him, worship Him, and give Him the glory that He deserves. Okay, so all that, all the entirety of that spectrum is complete wickedness. That's why they have done abominable work. There is none that do it good. All those that believe that there is no power. Okay, and even those that follow after vain gods, vain idols. Okay, it says here, the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of man to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High. They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. Filthy why? Because of the fact that what's clean? The fact that you obey the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what makes a man clean. You're cleansed through the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But if you don't believe in the Lord, why would you even hearken to His words? Okay, so already there, the foundation that you have to believe. It says, if you come to the Most High, you have to believe that He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. Okay, so the fact that you do not already acknowledge that He is a power, your foundation is completely off. Okay, your foundation is complete sand. Okay, it says what? They are altogether become filthy. There is none that do it good, no, not one. Okay, so it says here in Sirach 22:7, whoso teaches a fool is one that glueth a potsherd together, and he that waketh, so like an end, as he that waketh one from sudden sleep. Okay, so again, when you try to teach a fool, again, what is a fool? Someone that doesn't believe that there is a power, that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is. Okay, that is a fool. So when you try to teach someone that doesn't believe in the Most High, it's as if you're wasting your time. Truthfully, okay, because he doesn't believe, and he's, if you wake someone out of a good sleep, man, he's gonna look at you funny, man. He's gonna be wanting to do something, man. All right. All right, because you waking someone out of their sleep. That's rough, man. Okay, that will lead on to conflict. Okay, you see, it's weariness of the mind, man. To try to talk to waste your times with fool people that don't even acknowledge the power, man. There's no point of doing such a thing, man. Okay, so it says here in Proverbs 1:5, a wise man will hear. That's the difference between a wise man and a fool. A wise man will hear and will increase in learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel, to understand the proverbs and the interpretations, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So if for you to say there is no God, you have no knowledge. For you to say that there is no higher power, you're already there. You're canceled. You have no knowledge, man. Everything that you do from there is going to be off. Okay? Because again, the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge at all. The wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom at all. Okay? When your light is darkness, your light is not light, but it's rather darkness. All right? It says here, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? They despise it. Just as someone that you wake up out of their sleep, they're gonna despise you. Okay, that bringing it back to the previous precept. If you wake someone out of a good sleep, they're gonna despise you. That's the same way that a fool despises wisdom and the instructions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, it says here back to Sirach 22:8. He that telleth a tale to a fool speaketh to one in a slumber. So again, he's sleeping, he's in the daze, he's not gonna understand what you're talking about. Again, bringing it back to the of you wasting your energy, wasting your time. Okay, when he had told his tale, he will say, "What is this matter?" He doesn't know what's going on, man. He doesn't understand the value of seeking after Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, seeking after the Lord in truth and sincerity. They don't understand it, man. All right, and that goes for those that don't believe there is a power, and also those that believe in idols, all these other religions. Okay, because this thing of ours is not really talking about religion. Okay, we're talking about a heritage. Okay, because the Lord is only dealing with Israel. Okay, we're talking about a heritage that was given unto us. The law, statutes, and commandments were given unto the children of Israel by Moses when we left from Egypt. Okay, and when you think about it, no other nation has received the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord was dealing exclusively with Israel. And to back that up, let's go into Psalms. Let's go into Psalms 140, 147, and the last couple verses. It says here in Psalms 147 and 19, He shewed his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So again, the law, statutes, and commandments were given unto Jacob and unto Israel. Okay, the children of Israel, the Israelites. Those are the people that the Lord has given his words. Okay, and he had not dealt so with any nation. What does that mean? The Lord is not dealing with any other nation but Israel. Okay, as it says in Micah, it says, "Only you have I known out of all the families of the earth," because Israel is a family. The Lord is only dealing with us. We are his children. We are the children of the Most High. Okay, not the rest of the world, man. Okay, the rest of the world, they're their own family. They have their own way of doing. That's why even it says the Lord has given them unto idols. The Lord has given them unto vanity because he's not dealing with them. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. Okay, Israel is the portion of the Lord. So again, he had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. The ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, the law, statutes, and commandments. These other nations, they don't know it. Okay, they don't know the Most High. The Lord is only going speaking through Israel. Okay, praise ye the Lord. Okay, and another side point is that through the curses, we've been scattered throughout the whole world. Okay, so we don't look at people face value. We're not looking at them carnally. We're looking at them spiritually. Okay, because there's Israelites scattered all over the world. Okay, you can have a so-called white man that if you trace back his lineage, it goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Same thing with someone who looks Asian. Okay, you trace back his lineage, it would go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And again, just as I read, the Lord has shewed his word unto Jacob and his judgment unto Israel. Okay, because you are who your father is. So if your father is an Israelite, you're an Israelite. If his father was an Israelite, he is an Israelite. And so on and so forth. Okay, because the man carries the seed. All right, so whatever your father is, that's what you are. So forth and so on. Okay, so bringing it back to Ecclesiastes 11, Ecclesiastes 22 and 11. Weep for the dead, for he had lost the light. Weep for the fool, for he wanted understanding. Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest. But the the life of the fool is worse than death. Because it's worse. It's actually there's such a thing as being born in vain, as it says in Second Ezra. There are people that were born for nothing. Okay, because living a life without knowing the Lord, that's why you here. It says even pertaining to the Israelites, it says the whole duty of man, the whole purpose of man, for you to be alive is to fear the Lord and to keep His commandments. Okay, but as even these other nations, they don't know the Lord, so already their whole life is vanity. Okay, but the life of fool is worse than death because you're walking through life without knowing that without knowing the real power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead, but for a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life. So again, people mourn. You mourn for the men that die, but for the fool, you mourn all his life. As I said, man, he doesn't know the Most High. His whole life is vanity, man. Okay, he has no reason to be on earth, man, except for to die. Okay, it says here in Proverbs 10:20. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. Okay? The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. They want wisdom, but they can't obtain it because already, as I said, their foundation is not stable. Their foundation is already crumbling. Okay? It's already corrupted. Okay? They can't get to the understanding and the real wisdom because, first of all, they despise it. They despise the wisdom, so already they reject it. So they want it, but they can't obtain it because they don't delight in it. Okay, to seek after Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and to suffer for righteousness' sake, that's an acquired taste. Okay, this is not for the faint of heart. Not everyone can do such a thing, man. To walk after Yahushai, to walk the path of righteousness, is a very difficult walk, man. Okay, so it says here. It says here, it is verse 23, Proverbs 10:23. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief, to do wickedness. It's a sport, man. Just as you go play basketball, them they do mischief. To do wickedness for them, for a fool is a sport. But a man of understanding had wisdom. The fear of the wicked shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. Okay, why? Because they trust in the Lord. Okay. So back to Sirach 22:7. Back to Sirach 22:13. Talk not with a fool. Talk not much with a fool. As soon as he says, I don't believe in the Most High, man, you could cut it short, man. There's no point in you talking to that person because, as I read before, if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Okay. So it says, talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that had no understanding. Okay. Again, anyone that doesn't know, again, you use the world, but don't abuse it. Okay, but you use, again, you use the world, man. Don't abuse it. Okay, don't get too involved in the things of this world. Okay, because all these things will pass away. And go not with him that had no understanding. So don't be buddy or have him by your side where you go. There's no point in that, man. Because again, the conversation of the wicked is vexation unto the righteous. Okay, so again, it says here, beware of him lest thou have trouble. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. To walk up with fools is only gonna lead unto trouble for yourself. Okay, especially for yourself, because what can he do? He can't do good, man. Okay, first off, he doesn't fear the Lord, so he doesn't have a righteous moral compass. Okay, and thou shalt never be defiled with his foolery. Okay, to walk with a fool, you're gonna be defiled with his foolery, man. Okay, depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. Okay, because the fact that you just again not knowing the Lord and thinking in your head that there is no power, okay, or following after idols, that's madness. Okay, and you're gonna be defiled if it's like a rotten apple. How one rotten apple can corrupt a whole bunch of apples. Okay, so it says to depart from him, man. As soon as you see that he doesn't understand, it's not in his heart to follow after the ways of the Lord, man. You can't hang out with people like that, man. All right, you do your 1-2. Okay, if it's business, you handle your business and you're out, man. You cut it short, man. Using the world but not abusing it. It says here, Proverbs 14:6. A scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. Why? Because he already despises it. Even if he was to find wisdom, he's not gonna stay with wisdom. He's not gonna abide with wisdom because he doesn't want to submit himself to the discipline. He doesn't have the sincere desire of discipline to submit himself to the ways of the Lord. Okay, but knowledge is easy unto him that had understanding. Those that fear the Lord, it's easy for them to grow in this truth. Okay, it's easy for them to find to stay with wisdom. It's even pleasing unto them. Okay, they delight in the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's what David said. I delight in all your ways, man. Okay, that's what David said, man. Okay, he loved walking after righteousness. It was easy for him to do righteousness. It wasn't grievous. The ways of the Lord is not grievous unto a man that has knowledge, but unto those that are scorners, those that are fools, it is a heavy burden on them. Okay? Go from the presence of a foolish man. Again, depart from those that have no understanding. And what is the understanding? Having the knowledge that comes from the Bible, the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Go from the presence of a foolish man when I perceive not in him the lips of knowledge. Okay? To the law and to the testimony, if a man speak not according to this word, they have no light in him. So as soon as they start talking madness, and again, that foolery, yeah, you need to depart, man. It's like, yo, you ain't right in the head, man. Okay, you're bugging. All right. And you see, look at the time. Look at the time. I gotta go. You see, I got nothing else to do. I gotta go find something else to do somewhere. You know. So it says here, wisdom. The wisdom of the prudent is understanding his way, but the folly of the fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. Again, they mock at sin. Why? Because that's all they do. It's a sport unto them to do mischief. That's all they do. That's all they know. Okay? So again, yeah. The fool, they mock at sin, man. They enjoy their pleasure is in wickedness, while the righteous, his pleasure is in righteousness. Okay? So it says here in verse 11, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. Why? Because again, we know who to direct our prayers. We know who's the source of good and evil. Okay? We know who to submit to. We understand the right way to live our life. Okay, but the wicked, they're walking in complete darkness, and eventually they will stumble in a ditch and they will get themselves destroyed. Okay? They're walking in the wide gate that leadeth unto destruction. Okay? So it says here in Revelation 22:11, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. So again, you now overexerting your energy, okay, and rather focusing on what's really important. Is really on the edification of the elect. Let all things be done in these for edification's sake. Okay? There's no point, and again, you can interact with the people in the world, so you can bring out points. That you can make videos, so you can bring forth edification. All for all in order, all in decency and in order, all for a purpose of edifying the next person. Okay, you can use them to make a lesson. You can use them as a subject of what not to do. Okay, so let's say you make a video with you're at camp, and some random stranger stops by and he starts yapping a bunch of madness. As in, he talks about what can I say? He talks about how he's a Jewish, okay, and he only cares about and that word, and then Yahweh Shai, that's not their name. This, and he says a bunch of weird stuff. Okay, then you understand. Okay, like you use that part of that video, and then you make your own video, and then you break it down. Okay, even if you might even be able to break it down at that point in front of that person. But again, if he has the eyes to see, he will understand. If not, man, he'll keep scoffing and mocking, and he's gonna go his way. Okay, he's gonna get cut in the spirit. He's gonna go his way. Okay, so again, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, meaning separate, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Again, you cannot mock the Most High. Okay, whatever you sow, that is what you shall receive. If you sow in unjustness, you're gonna receive unjustness. If you sow in unjustness, you're gonna reap the consequences. If you sow in filthiness, you're gonna reap the consequences. If you sow in righteousness and in holiness, you're gonna reap the benefits. Okay, and it says here, verse 14 again, blessed are they that do his commandments, those that obey what is written in the scriptures, not according to what they feel or what is right, but according to what is in the book. The book tells you don't commit adultery, you don't commit adultery. The book tells you not to steal and not to lie, you don't do these things. Okay, right? Because it says again, blessed are they that do his commandments. And the whole book is the book of the commandments, as I read in Baruch 4:1. Okay, and it says here that they may obtain that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city, to the New Jerusalem. Okay, so that they may enter in the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, but first, to obtain that thing, you have to keep the commandments. The commandments are not done away with because Yahweh Shai died on the cross. Okay, he did not put off the law and the prophets, but he came to establish it. Okay, and again, why would he put away the laws now and then reinstall them in our hearts in the pertaining to the second covenant? That makes no sense. Okay, whatever the Lord has done, he has established it forever. And again, we're this is a shadow of things to come. Okay, so again, yeah, we can't keep the laws to a full extent, but we keep it. We try to the best of our abilities to stay perfect. And what is perfection? Is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, to obey the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Yahweh Shai is the perfect example of perfection because he was able to never break a commandment. He was able to walk in the flesh and never sin. Okay, and he's the example that we have to follow in the last days, man. Right. So again, if you keep the commandments, you will have the right to the tree of life and may enter into the gates of the city. For without are dogs, okay, and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth to make a lie. So outside, those that are not that will not be allowed to enter into the gate of that city, or those that refuse to obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Those dogs represents these other nations. The sorcerers, meaning those that deal with sorcery, with witchcraft. Okay, so again, as it says, you will not suffer a witch to live. Okay, and this society is drenched in witchcraft. Okay, this whole society is nothing less but than a hub for sorcery. Okay, especially in America, man. Okay, as it says, America is what that the mistress of witchcraft. Okay, because this is the head city of the Edomites, the head city where all the witchcraft where you can do as wicked, you can be as wicked as you want, man. All right. Right, this is the land of the wicked. Okay, not the land of it's the land of the opportunity to forsake the Lord, man. Okay, because the ways of the Lord are not being pushed in this world, man. In this world, how much more in Babylon the Great? Okay, the land of confusion, where evil is put as good and good is put as evil. Okay, so again, those that refuse to hearken unto the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that refuse to apply the commandments. Okay, let alone fear the Lord. Okay, they're gonna be remain outside of the city. Okay, they're not gonna be able to partake in the tree of the tree of life on this side. Okay, that's only pertaining to those that hearken unto the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the elect. Okay, blessed are they that do His commandments. That's already, if you are a part of the elect, you will act as one of the elect. Okay, so it says here in Hebrews. It says here in Psalms 119 and 155, salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. Okay, the fool has said in his heart that there is no power. The salvation is far from the wicked. Okay, the Lord is not coming back to save everyone. The Lord is coming back to save those that obey Him, His servants. Okay, as it says in discern. Let me see. Give me a second. It says here in Malachi 3 and Malachi 3 and 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one another, and the Lord hearkened. Okay, them that feared the Lord, not those that didn't believe that there was a power, those that refused to hearken to His ways, those that did YOLO, those that thought about YOLO. Oh, you only live once, live my best life. I don't need to worship the Lord. I can do whatever I want. Okay, the fools. Okay, it says here, and they spake one another, and the Lord hearkened, and He heard it, and the book of remembrance was written before Him for them that fear the Lord. So again, the Lord is writing down your name in the book of remembrance to say, yeah, when He was walking in the earth, He was keeping my ways. He was doing what was expected of Him. Okay, He was serving me. He didn't bow down to other idols. He didn't walk the ways of wickedness like the rest of the world. Okay, so it says here, And it says what? And he taught upon his name. So you have to have the right name. Okay? The name is not Jesus. The name is not God. God is a title which means judge. Okay? Which means power. Okay? The name of the Lord is Yahweh. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And you know it's not Jesus because when you the letter J is the youngest letter in the alphabet. Yahweh Shai was walking on the earth in the year 0. Okay, the letter J was not there. And you want to say his name was Yeshua. Okay, his name is not Yeshua. How do you know? Because the E is not in the Hebrew alphabet. Okay? There is no E sound. There's no E sound in the Hebrew alphabet, man. Right? His name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he delivers, and that is his purpose. He came to deliver his people from their sins, not the whole world. Okay, and even not all Israel on this side. Okay, just those that hearken unto him. Okay, those that fear the Lord. Okay, and again, it's not in these other nations that to fear the Lord because they don't know the Lord. Okay, and it says here, and they shall be mine. Who? Those the elect. The elect belong unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, said the Lord of hosts. In that day, when I make up my jewels, I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. So how will you be delivered? By serving the Lord, by the works that you're doing for this ministry, for his name's sake. Not because you dipped yourself in water and called upon Jesus. No, that's abominable because again, like I said, that's an idol. Okay? That's not the real name. Okay? And it says here, and they shall be mine, and then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. And what's going to be uh, uh, an evident way to know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is dealing with someone or he's not dealing with him? In the days of destruction, in the days of trouble, his servants shall eat. When there's gonna be a famine, the rest of the world is gonna starve. The rest of the rest of the world is gonna be thirsty, but his servants are gonna be taken care of. Okay, by Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai. That's the mercy of the Lord. That's one of the benefits that comes with serving Him, man. Okay, so again, Psalms 119 and 155, salvation is far from the wicked. Okay, see, you'll be able to discern between those that fear the Lord and those that don't, because salvation is not for the wicked. Okay, they seek not after the statutes of the Lord, man. Okay, so it says here, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination. Okay, you're gonna be punished. Just the fact that you don't believe in the Lord, that's a wicked imagination in itself. You're gonna be punished just for that. Okay, it says, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. Like I said, you don't acknowledge the Yahweh Shemel Shai, you forsook the Lord. Okay, for whoso despiseth wisdom, it says what? The fool has despised wisdom and knowledge. Whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. And that is why the life of a fool is worse than death, because their hope is miserable. He is miserable. Okay, he was born in vain. He's useless. There is no point for a man or a woman to walk around without walking in the fear of the Lord, man. They're just a waste of space, truthfully. Okay, because at the end of the day, when you die, you have to face the Lord, man. When you face the Lord and you gotta face the fact that hey, my whole life I was being selfish. I was only thinking about myself. I was putting my feelings, my lust before serving the Lord. The Lord is gonna reward you for that, man. There's not gonna be a crown laid up for you in the kingdom for those that refuse for those that despise wisdom. Okay, the life of a man that despises wisdom is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their works are abominable. Their works are not, because it says what? Place your treasures in heaven, okay, not on earth, okay. But it says if you don't fear the Lord, if you don't seek after the Lord, man, all your works are for the earth, and the things of the earth shall pass away. So again, there is no profit in that, because when you set your treasures in heaven, they're gonna stay forever. But when you set your treasures on the earth, there's a time, there's an expiration date on the things that are earthly. Okay, it says here their wives are foolish and their children wicked. Okay, end up with Sirach 34 and 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false. Okay, your whole life is a lie. Okay, and dreams lift up fools. Okay, so how much? So again, that's bringing it back to the point of a life of not knowing the Lord. Okay, the life of a fool is worse than death. Okay, because your whole perception, your whole way of your whole manner of life is a lie. Okay, that's why it's vain. That's why it's wicked. That's why it's useless. Okay, because your whole because you're not walking according to the truth. You're walking in according to lies. Okay, those that fear the Lord are walking in the spirit of truth, and those that are walking after wickedness are walking after the spirit of error. Okay, so we're not in the business of trying to convince you to follow after the Lord, man. If it's in your spirit, the Lord will open your eyes to actually acknowledge and know that what we're saying is the truth, and you're gonna repent and you're gonna follow after Him, man. Okay, if you acknowledge that you sinned, if you acknowledge that you've been going off, and you turn to Him, He will accept you, man. Okay, so seek the Lord 10 times more. Okay, while you have the chance, while He is near, call upon Him, seek Him. All right, because there's gonna be a time where you won't be able to do such a thing, man. All right. So that being said, I like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect. DTA, Abba, Baba, Kwam Yashala, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Until next lesson, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.